Hello there, Vault Dweller. My name is Good, and I am your Overseer. Such a pleasure to meet a pure, non-mutated human such as myself and yourself. One who I suspect will fit right in among our inbred experimental Vault Dwellers. Welcome aboard. Yes, indeed, myself and my pet crow, Poe, now occupy the Overseer's office and function as the guiding light of Vault 15, after the sudden passing of my girlfriend Nellie, the old Overseer. Yep, super sad. A heart attack, I think. Nothing we could do. Nothing we did do, either. There's some kind of rumor floating around that I've been injecting her with small doses of the EP5 virus for months to track its effects as my own experiment on behalf of the Enclave? Lies, slander. Don't believe your lying eyes. Or ears. Anyway, enjoy the Vault. Now that the Vault is under new leadership, we'll be switching gears a bit. Inbreeding Vault Dwellers, our original experiment is ongoing, but no longer the primary focus. Today, we focus on robotics and cybernetics. What better place to start than by building an army of literal killing machines to protect our home and slaughter our enemies in a vicious hail of bullets, rockets, and I think that's about it. Now, going about acquiring a robot army, as one might guess, can take a little bit of time. So, in the meantime, as we are working on the means of acquiring and sustaining said army, we're also going to be working on some research into bionic replacements. Now, one of the biggest hurdles about having a small robot army is the fact that where the hell do you charge them all, right? And they're too damn big. We can't just always have them wandering up and down the hallways that we won't be able to fit ourselves walking by them or anything, and we can't just have them rolling around. You get what I'm saying. So we're going to build them their very own room for storage when we need them to go in here for whatever purpose when they're not patrolling, as well as a recharging room. The room itself was not cheap to build by any means, as each recharger cost quite a bit of steel as well as components. However, the most expensive part is by far its power consumption. Even right now, with having most of those rechargers off, we still don't have near enough power excess to power even what we have. The obvious solution to this is yet another Vault-Tec super reactor, which is going to provide us with more power in the next few years than the sun makes, probably. I'm not good at math, as we've already established, but it will make plenty enough power for us to constantly recharge our robot army, as well as keep the entirety of the Vault powered as well. But as with most things in life, it ain't free, and it's gonna cost us quite a bit of steel, plasteel, components, and most importantly, advanced components, which we do not currently have, and we need to acquire. Luckily, our intel provides us with the location of an ancient garrison, which most likely has plenty of these materials, as well as a few robots that we could kill, as well as resurrect into our army. And so it is, yet another grand expedition for our little inbred freaks to go out and find us some useful materials so we can prolong our success. Operation Try Not to Die. Sorry, I'm running out of names. Thought I'd go with something a bit more practical. It is on this mission we'll be sending almost the entirety of our small stockpile of the combat-enhancing drug known as Jet. Our little Vault Dwellers will be able to fight their hearts out with the best chance of success while high out of their minds. We're also going to be sending our cybernetic canine, who I have dubbed Bark, Biological Autonomous Recon Canine. Now, it is true, normally I would have let you fine folks name our critters, but this shall probably be our last episode in this series in particular. Of course, not the entire universe, I just like to stress that. And there's a really good chance that Bark here is going to get turned into scrap metal and a heaping pound of meat out there, so, you know. Now, for control over our cybernetic puppy, I'm going to be giving Thatcher my old Pip-Boy, since our old Overseer, my girlfriend, passed. She no longer needed hers, and I've taken it for myself. Godspeed, you little inbred freaks. Godspeed. The travel to the ancient garrison upon the pre-war roads is going to take quite some time, between about 4 to 5 days, just depending, I guess, on the weather and the terrain, and also if our little band of inbred folk get murdered by super mutants, which, that probably won't happen, probably. In the meantime, though, as they are traveling, we finally finished up our research into bionic replacements. The only issue is we still need some of those advanced components to go about making our bionic replacements. Now, I won't lie, we do have a little bit in storage, but not quite enough for me to feel comfortable going about using them before we get our reactor. As mentioned, there is a chance that our folks might die, so in case that were to be the case, the backup plan is going to be a sure power geothermal generator. Not near as powerful as a super reactor, but it might be able to get us some of those rechargers online just long enough to power up sentry bots, then we can turn them off later. That's assuming our people die, though. Oh shit. Deathclaws. Looks like they might not be the only ones we have to worry about dying. So as the Deathclaws are moving towards us, I'm going to pause for a moment here. I'm a little worried, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty sure we can handle them for sure, but these are the first Deathclaws that we've seen in quite some time, might I say. I want to immediately bring literally everyone inside, all except for the Overseer. Unlike our predecessor, and unlike my lover, of course, I am going to be fighting these Deathclaws head-on as soon as I find my other sentry bot. Okay, so they're almost already here. Maybe I'm not going to go out, but I will send my sentry bot out to deal with him. Here we go. Come on, sentry bot. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I actually might need a little bit of help. Maybe I should try to help out a little, if I can. Oh, no, I'm vomiting. Why am I vomiting? Oh, God. Throw the Molotov, quickly! We're losing him! Oh, good lord. Okay, we've got our other sentry bot, who has come to save the day. Oh, come on. Come on! Oh, Farnsworth. Alright, we've got one killed. Uh-oh, we've lost our sentry bot. Go back inside, quickly, and lock the door. Farnsworth, as always, is completely holding the line for us. Come on, sentry bot. There we go. Farnsworth is an absolute menace. Look at this. Oh my god, that is incredible. Good job, Farnsworth, good job. All right, we need everyone putting out this fire. Oh, Farnsworth, I think an army of whatever model that he is would be great. He's better than any sentry bot or any Mr. Gutsy. He's the best, he really is. Everyone's puking again, which is strange because I don't think I have Farnsworth. That's why I took him off unrestricted, okay. I know I mentioned it before, I have to put Farnsworth back on 4. He gives everyone food poisoning because he starts cooking, and he's not very good at it. Alright, come Deathclaw, come. You've managed to put a big dent in our defenses here, but other than that, I am afraid you managed to do absolutely nothing. And now you will pay for it. Ah, there we are. Damn, these bastards have some tough hides. Let's get them out of here. Get them out of here. Maybe we remove their skulls. I think that would be good. We might want those skulls for something. Keep them as a treasure trove for our grand defense against them here at the vault. Our sentry bot needs a little bit of assistance. We'll go ahead and start repairing him. You done good out there, buddy. You managed to hold them off until Farnsworth arrived to take care of them for us. We only lost one turret during the whole ordeal, so I guess it's a good thing the sentry bot and Farnsworth kept their attention. Ooh, yeah, I was worried about that, although it did turn out pretty good. We haven't fought Deathclaws in a long time, so yeah, that would be why. That was wonderful, though. A wonderful defense effort by everyone. Good show, good show. Let's get our sentry bot repaired. Hopefully we can get people no longer food poisoned now that Farnsworth is no longer cooking once more. And we'll keep those skulls, I guess, for a good old-fashioned, treasure? Maybe put them in the Overseer's office, I don't know. Ah, yes, a grand victory. I must say, the one downside I think I noticed during this battle, and this seems to be a theme or downside, as one might imagine, to these sentry bots is they are much slower than other types of robots, even though they pack one hell of a punch, meaning that you kind of have to get them out to a defensive position much faster than any of your other robots, of course. But other than that, they done one hell of a job. Not too long after, we would finish up that research into sure power geothermal generators as our backup, just in case, of course. And we got some good news that Rudolph is pregnant. As you can see, the inbred experiment is still ongoing at this time, and we're not really giving them any direction. We're just kind of letting them do what they already were doing naturally. That being said, finally, oh finally, our little merry band of adventurers would arrive at the ancient pre-war garrison to gather resources and perhaps even some robots. Indeed, we have finally arrived at the ancient garrison. I already hear doors moving around, so there's something in there. More often than not, these ancient US military facilities tend to have some type of robots within them or some other defense force, which is good for us if we're going to be building something of a robot task force or army this episode, as we can resurrect them. I will say I already noticed a couple of protectrons outside that are dead. Probably a skirmish with raiders, or maybe, I don't know actually, maybe destroyed when the bombs fell. Who knows? We are down here though, and we are well prepared. We have Bark, who is going to be going in for us, and we've also brought with us quite a few different mining charges. Now I think we could just go right in if we wanted to, but actually I'll tell you what we'll do. Come on, Bark. I'm gonna send Bark inside the building here. I want to bring everyone over here. We're gonna send him in and see if we can find what we need to. In terms of enemies is I guess what I'm getting at, because he should be able to get away from them pretty quickly. Something in this damn place was moving and I heard it. I hear it right now, something through the doors. All right, come on, Bark. Oh, here we go. All right, so we've got... oh shit, alright, so we have a sentry bot burner, so flames, fire, that's a problem, 2 protectrons and a utilitron, and we also have an assaultron. Good God almighty, this is going to be a rough one, that is for sure. I want to see, there's gotta be a way for us to use some of those mining charges that we got. Let's see if we can break through this wall here. If we break through this wall, we can put our mining charges up this way, break another wall, and maybe be able to hit them with it. Oh, we have some sealed crates in here too. We'll check those in a minute. Let's see, who's got our mining charges? We've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I brought most of them that we acquired last episode. 1, 2. We've got a shit ton of oh my god, look at how many's on Bark. He's got so many mining charges. Holy. Alright, let's try and get these moved into place real quick. So as we're putting some of these mining charges up here, I do obviously realize that these crates are going to get blown to all hell, so I'm also going to try to open these. I've got everyone set to area 1. Oh yeah, look at that. We've got some shells. Those might actually be useful up here, at least the high explosive ones, I'd say. Let's move the talk shells and everything down here, and we might leave the high explosive shells simply so they could help us blow up the robots. I hope this little plan works, but there's a good chance that it won't. Okay, so let's set these high explosive shells, I think, right there, and we'll get them moved right next to our mining charges. I'd like to put more mining charges in other places, but any way of coming into this hallway is going to get us caught and or blasted. So maybe we don't do that. Maybe we put them in this room, I guess, so that we can use them. I am going to stuff a few more over here though for our big attack, as it were. Quite a few of them, actually. Finally, with all of our charges in place, I'm gonna let everyone start inhaling some jet. Oh great, now Lee is addicted to jet. That's not great. Although I guess he would be willing to take some other forms of drugs as well. We'll get everyone super duper high on jet, and then I am going to begin the attack here. I'm not gonna keep everyone in this room though, obviously that would be a terrible idea. Let's pick up all that jet if we can. Oh, come though. Pick up all the jet. There we go. Let's get everyone moving down here. I might leave Thatcher up here though. Thatcher's our best shot. If he's high on jet, I think it's gonna be great. I think we're gonna do good. I think everything will be a-okay. The issue is we need a clear path right here. Let's go ahead and get that going. I don't want Bark up here either because this is going to be hellish. We're gonna be dropping a lot of our food, but I don't feel like picking it up at the moment. We'll find some, I'm sure, somewhere in here. Let's go ahead, deconstruct this. Now, the issue is, and I'm very nervous about this, there's a good chance that they end up causing these to detonate on their own, especially with the Protectron right there. Here we go. All right. Move down here. Would that hit the Protectron? Maybe a little bit. Let's hide. Protectron is coming out. This might be the best opportunity to do this, honestly. Let's hit a mining charge. Oh, come on. There we go. I don't think they've even spotted us. Let's move. Oh, now they've spotted us. Here we go. Goodbye, Assaultron. Hopefully. Hopefully. Oh! Oh! That was really good. But, okay, so the Protectron got turned to dust, but the Assaultron is still alive. Cracked. There's a lot of cracks. Alright, well, that'll make it much easier to take them out, but... Oh, now we need to deal with the Sentry Bot, and of course we still need to deal with the Assaultron and the others, but that wasn't too bad. That was actually exactly what we wanted, for the most part. I think if we could manage to break this wall, we might have a good chance of convincing the Sentry Bot and the others to come in here. Let's see how this goes. You would think that shooting at it would draw its attention, no? Oh, well, we've got the attention of the Utilitron. I'm gonna hold this open, and I'm gonna wait. If I can get the Sentry Bot to even just come this way right here, like it's about to do that. Oh, nope, it's not going to. We don't really have a way to go about moving these charges anymore without getting shot at. We could take out some of these Protectrons with them, though. Oh, or the Assaultron if they get close enough, but nobody's getting close enough. Could we draw them in by using bark, I wonder? Oh, no. Okay, well, those are getting detonated now. That did not work out how I hoped it would. Oh, but they didn't hit them. Okay. All right, everyone get ready. Protectron is coming. Let's hold this open. We'll take cover right here. Take cover, everyone take cover. Protectron is on its way. Oh, shit. All right, let's take it out. Maybe we could actually send Bark in to melee it. Go, go, go. There we go. Okay, well that opened up this massive room, opening to the room, I should say, but there's no way to get them close enough to detonate those now. They're staying in this kind of area right here for some reason. Programming, perhaps? I don't know. We need to hurry, though, because I think, yeah, our jet has already worn off, which is a shame. We keep missing it, too. All right, so this Protectron's coming. I'm gonna blast it. I'm gonna blow him all to hell. I don't even care. Oh. Maybe I won't. Oh my god, come on. Come on. There we go. Alright, now if I move this way, he should start coming in. Right? Will he try to chase us? Nope. Oh, come on. So close, but so far. Maybe I could drop the roof on their heads if I do enough damage here, but I think we're gonna have to take a hands-on approach to them, unfortunately. So I'm gonna bring some people out this way so they can... Whoa, Maximilian, the opposite way, please. I'm gonna bring people up this way so they can take cover and fire, and then I'm also going to keep Ferdinand down here for the same purpose and Otto here for the same purpose. However, before we do that, Maximilian has more jet, which I'm going to be giving to everyone here. Go ahead and inhale some of this. Everyone gets super high on jet. Please, I'm begging you. I'm gonna bust a hole out right here. That way we can continue taking cover and we'll have enough room for everyone. Oh my god. I don't think that hit us. Yeah, okay. Thankfully that didn't hit us. Maybe we should back up just a hair when we can. Okay, now back up. Thatcher, come this way. Everyone back up. We're getting more fire. Oh, that's not what we wanted to happen, Lee. Extinguish Lee. Provide cover fire, everyone. Quickly, quickly, quickly. I'm gonna let Otto take cover. Oh, good heavens. Good heavens. All right, still try to extinguish Lee if we can. Okay, very quickly. Everyone get the hell out of there right away. Oh, my. Let's take cover back here. That would have been real bad. Ferdinand, move everybody back into... Ferdinand is on fire. This is so bad. Ferdinand, no. No. Wait. Put him out. Put him out. Okay. This is a shitstorm, I gotta tell you. Oh, God. Ferdinand, please. Oh, God. More fire. All right. Lee is good. I'm gonna bring Lee back inside. That way he can use his grenades. Maximilian and Thatcher, if you could keep cover fire going, that would be great. Oh, Maximilian. Oh, shit. The Assaultron has targeted us. Get out of the way. Go. Okay. Lee, come up this way. Chuck a grenade at that bastard. Okay. Go. Here we go. Maybe a grenade. Oh, God. This is so bad. Oh, God. All right, everybody move. Oh, did we? Oh, we put down the Assaultron. Yes. Sweet. Perfect. Exactly what we needed. Ferdinand's about to get caught on fire once more. A massive shame. Oh, God. So much fire. We are getting grenades off at the sentry bot, though. These might just save us. They also might not. Get away from the sentry bot. Bark, if you could get in up close and personal and attack it, that would be great. Oh, God. Otto's on fire. Everyone's on fire. Oh, we need to put out Ferdinand, but we also, oh man, Thatcher, okay. Extinguish Ferdinand, he's gonna burn to death if we're not careful here. Bark is keeping this bastard distracted, which is perfect. Thank you, Bark. That Protectron, though, is an absolute bitch. Oh no, Bark, you're okay, buddy, you're alright. Take cover, take cover. With Bark keeping the sentry bot distracted, I think we could come in and attack up close. Focus on the sentry bot. There we go. Holy shit. Alright, everybody come in. Everybody come in. We don't have stim packs, which is not good. Alright, start tending to yourself immediately. Everybody's just kind of shot, mostly from the Protectron, so not a big deal. Everybody just tend to yourselves as best you can. Yeah, Otto can't even do doctoring work. Alright, let's start adventuring then. We're gonna look around. So we do have the corpses of the Assaultron and the sentry bot, which is great. That is perfect. And we also have a few other bots around here that we could keep. I do see we have some boxes of advanced components, which is great. Those are always very much handy. I think everything else, yeah, nothing else here. We do have survival meals, though. What's this? Just steel. We got some corpses. These old U.S. Army folks don't seem to have anything on them, so that's fine, I guess. Pick up the meals, and let's take them with us. I'm going to continue exploring here. Thatcher can help us explore as well. A little bit of everybody, I guess. We have to watch for any other automated defenses. I think if there were more robots, they would have already come out of hiding, though, unless they're locked away in a room somewhere by one of these blast doors. Hopefully that's not the case, though. Let's keep an eye out. Nope. Okay. Nothing in any of these either, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think so. We've got, what do we have? Oh, we've got a lot of weapons. We do have stim packs. Sweet. Okay. The most injured among us, come and inject some stim packs. That'll help us out. Is that another Assaultron? I wonder what killed that big bastard. I don't think it was us. So we've got 2 Assaultron corpses then. That's great. Let's, I guess continue exploring. Yes, we can collect from the pre-war vertibird. I want to get everybody down here so we can go ahead and start using those stim packs. Where is Bark? Oh, he's over here. Okay. Hello, Bark, my little hero. You've just got a few cracks and you're A-okay. Look at you. Yeah, let's heal everybody up, though, and we're going to continue exploring. Oh, we've got some pre-war uniforms and helmets. The uniforms not as useful, but the helmets definitely are. Everybody's doing pretty good. Go ahead, heal, heal, heal quickly. There we go. Yeah, I think we're going to be good then. Yeah, let's take a look around. I don't see anything else except for the robot corpses and the advanced components, which... the 2 biggest things we wanted. Caravan detected. Looks like they've sent out some kind of signal to other pre-war robots, but I don't think we're gonna have an issue. Oh shit. There is a stockpile though. I didn't even notice this. Do we want to go down in the bunker? The thing is, we already have what we need, and going in that bunker could be a death sentence. Truly, it could. Especially if there's more pre-war robots defending it, like sentry bots in close quarters like that. I'm sure you guys have seen the bunkers. They're just like this, except you can't run outside, and the reason you can't run outside is because you're underground, of course. Every door is a blast door for the most part. I think we would get slaughtered if there are pre-war robots defending it. So, instead, I think we cut our losses. We haven't lost anyone, and that's kind of my point, is I don't want to lose anyone. I think we take most of these corpses, we'll allow everything. I'm going to check these bodies. I don't think there's much. Oh, well, there's combat armor on this person. There's a helmet here. We could wash these outfits. You know what? All right, let's go ahead and strip these people. I'll search the bodies for anything useful. We'll take some of the armor and stuff if we can. Up here's more armor, actually. So I was all talk there saying I wasn't going to. We'll take their armor, we can take it home, we can wash it, of course, as we well know, and we'll also take the robot corpses, advanced components, so on and so forth, and we are going to head home after collecting all those items. And so we would, even with the vastness of our little adventuring crew and how many folks we had in it, of course. Unfortunately, we still couldn't carry all of the mechanoids back home. We had to leave the Protectrons, but we did end up getting that Sentry Bot as well as both Assaultrons, so I would consider that a massive win. Meanwhile, back home, apparently Carl and Maria are now dating. What a sweet sister-cousin once removed relationship. Congratulations, you two. And Dolly would end up pregnant not too long thereafter. I'm glad that everyone's still having a good time. And by a good time, I mean that they're still having... Anywho, now that one of our inbred dwellers is addicted to Jet, we're gonna have to start making a lot more of it. And since we already used up most of our stockpile, I think it's good for us to make some more anyways. We also began working on some Psycho, which is also going to be a wonderful performance-enhancing drug during battles. Sometime later, and our little adventurers had finally returned home. Imagine the shock in my eyes when I realized that none of them died. They truly have learned how to survive out in the wasteland. Kinda, sorta, that is. Regardless, though, they brought home all those robot corpses and advanced components, as well as a smorgasbord of other things, of course, that they found, and that is the best of all. Because that means we can immediately start working on a brand new, small, albeit, reactor room for our Vault-Tec Super Reactor, which we would end up completing the construction of shortly thereafter. Now generating absolutely insane amounts of electricity. And of course, because it can get very, very hot, we also set this small room up with its very own freezing system. That way we don't blow the entire place to hell. With this new reactor, finally, we can turn on all our mechanoid rechargers, which also means we can go ahead and start reassembling and resurrecting that Sentry Bot and those Assaultrons onto our mechanoid army. Throw in a couple of extra batteries for good measure, and we are locked and loaded. No, literally, we're all locked and loaded with all those new weapons that we found as well. Indeed, every one of our little inbred dwellers has received quite the upgrade in their loadout. Yes, including, but not limited to, Charles, who is completely blind. Maybe not the best choice for that rifle. It'll be fine, I'm sure. Now that we have a lot of mechanoids beginning to use all those rechargers, we're also going to be stuffing all of our toxic waste outside. Otherwise, it would fill up our freezer that we were previously keeping it in, and besides, the wasteland's pretty dirty and toxic as is. It'll be fine. Speaking of mechanoids, finally, oh finally, we have our army beginning to form. 2 Assaultrons and 3 Sentry Bots. God almighty, smell the oil and metal mashing in the air. If we'd had a few more of these around in the pre-war, those dirty commies never would have dropped a single bomb. I love them. But we're also going to be working on some other experimentation, as we previously mentioned, with that being bionics. Fully robotic defenders are great, but what if we could turn a man into a machine? Would that not be even better? Would that not maybe be the step in our evolution that is missing? Sure, maybe the Enclave is helping us work out some stuff with a forced evolutionary virus, but you didn't hear it from me. But maybe bionics could be just as good, or perhaps a combination of the two. Well, either way, we intend to find out. Currently, all we could afford to make was a spine, 2 arms, and a bionic heart. But I think that's going to be plenty enough for our experimentation starting off. Thatcher, being our best fighter, is going to be the best choice for a guinea pig for this little experiment, and thankfully everything would go off without any issues. Let me ask you though, did you really think that we were just inbreeding these vault dwellers just for the sake of inbreeding them for that scientific research? That was a big part of it. But we basically wanted a vault of nothing but expendable dwellers. And who is more expendable than a bunch of lab rats who have been breeding with one another that are grown in our vault? It was the perfect plan, and it continues to be the perfect plan. We are going to save America. One little bionic inbred freak at a time. Speaking of little bionic inbred freaks, we ended up giving Charles a bionic eye as well, the last of our advanced components for the moment. So it looks like we'll have to try to do some trading soon, as I really don't want to risk sending them all back out into the wasteland. Not so soon, at least. Do you see what I'm saying now, though? Charles, an inbred freak who is completely blind, can now see, or at least half see, out of one eye. These bionics could be the future of repairing what is lost and or what was never given. Ah, indeed, Poe, my beautiful feathered friend. It seems we'll have an unstoppable automated defense force soon enough, led by our very own bionic inbred cyborg. Ain't the wasteland grand? Now then, though, as we continue expanding our robotic army, we are going to need to go about expanding the vault for many more band nodes. Basically, these are just going to increase the bandwidth of our Overseer's Pip-Boy, allowing her to control more and more and more. You could think of Vault 15 here not only as a grand research facility of the United Vaults of America now, but also one great big satellite antenna that is going to allow us to create and control a massive robot army. The reason, of course, that we're tuning all of these robots to the Overseer's Pip-Boy, I mean, it's pretty obvious. They're very dangerous, and we wouldn't want anyone else to have control of them, obviously, as they could use them for nefarious purposes outside of the realm of what the United Vaults of America deem acceptable. You understand. Now, with all that completed, using our Vault Tech-approved and certified communication console and an extension antenna, we can call in rogue robots from around the wasteland at any time of our choosing. This will allow us to bring them in, kill them, and then reassemble them as our own for our army, of course. Our very first of these signals would bring in some of said rogue bots, who arrived about a day or so later, and among them, another Sentry bot. Hard to defeat, sure, especially within this group of other robots, but well worth the bloodshed and or oil shed. There also appears to be a rogue Enclave bot among them. They'll be tickled plum pink that we found this little bastard for them. I've got everyone coming outside. We are going to take down these robots. I've got most people coming outside, I should say. I have Maria, Dolly, Rudolph, and Shirley staying inside. I also want to put Poe inside as well. Basically, all the pregnant people, Shirley because she can't fight, and then we're going to keep Farnsworth and Bark inside to keep them protected. Everyone else, all of our robots, will be assisting us. Now, the question is obviously, how do we get up here to destroy these other robots without really taking all that much damage? And I think the key to that is going to be our Assaultrons. They have the explosive firepower from a distance, so I think they are going to be our best bet for getting in a lot of lashes in on these enemy robots from a distance. Our poor Sentry bots are incredibly slow, but as soon as they get up here, they'll do great too, I think, for sure. We may, I don't know, we may not even need them if we get our Assaultrons into position fast enough. What is the range on the Assaultrons, might I ask? Not very much. So, there's that. Not very much at all. I do have, as the Overseer as well, I might want to mention the old Overseer's EMP specialized rifle, or EMP robots. Everybody hold your fire. Don't attack them yet. We still need to get where we can take cover. We just want to take a look at them. Oh, they're beginning their assault. Okay. Let's use our Assaultrons then, if they're going to go ahead and start coming this way. We'll start with them. I'm going to bring everyone else down this way, and our Sentry bots are already on their way up here, so that'll be good. Let's see if we can kill these Protectrons. Ooh, and the iBots. Oh my god. That is not good. Come on, here we go. Alright then. We didn't kill it though, but we did damage them pretty badly. I don't want our Assaultrons getting destroyed, so we need to bring them back as well. Oh, Christ. Good lord. I think we could beat the shit out of them though if we really want to. Let's bring our Sentry bots in too. Here we go. The biggest issue is the fact that this Sentry bot seems to be dealing explosive damage to us with whatever type of weapon that it has, and it's not going to stop doing that. That's going to continue to happen, so we have to be very careful here as we continue letting our Assaultrons take some damage. Let's see how badly we can damage the Protectrons. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna pull the Assaultrons back, and I'm gonna bring our sentry bots forward to help us. Our Assaultrons are absolute units, but they're taking one hell of a beating here. Open fire. Oh my god. We have our Mr. Gutsy coming this way, and I think I'll kind of tag along here if I can. There we go. I need... Damn it. Bring our Assaultrons back up this way again. Our Mr. Gutsy, I need you to get in there, bud. Beat the shit out of this Mr. Gutsy. There we go. Yeah, the sentry bot up here is, I mean, he's just absolutely beating the hell out of us. And with his explosive damage, it is less than good. Obviously, not good at all. I'm gonna move up this way. I'll have the Assaultrons tag along with me as our sentry bots are attempting to defeat these bastards. Our sentry bot 1 has taken so much damage, it seems. I don't think he can even do melee combat anymore. I'll bring him back here so he's out of the way at least. And let's move back a bit. Go Assaultrons, go! Go, go, go! Here we go! Alright, let's do this. We've managed to stun it. It's gonna take a few hits, I think. That was a couple. He is attacking our dwellers though, so I'm gonna bring them back some. Oh! He's down. All right, hell yeah, he's down. That is exactly what we wanted. That was very loud, so I do apologize. The explosions were, oof. Lee, I didn't even realize he went into a food binge mid-battle. That wouldn't have been good. Our mechanoids and/or robots need a lot of repairs. However, everyone seems to have survived. Let's take a look. Yes, they're all very damaged, but yes, indeed. Put them on auto repair. I should be doing that instead of manually. They are all damaged for the most part, but they're fine. And we have a new explosive-powered, the Siege Sentry bot to add to our repertoire to resurrect, as well as a couple of Protectrons, and I think we have that iBot frame that we can give. I'm not sure who took it, but we can give it to the Enclave. They'll be happy to know that we destroyed one of their rogue bots. I need to set up a zone so we can get everybody hauling our new mechanoid pals inside. Put it right here. So we'll go ahead and get them brought in, and we'll start the resurrection process on them. Having them added on to our little army of robots once ours are repaired, I think really will be quite the army. Having 4 sentry bots like that is going to be absolutely just insane. I mean, genuinely insane. Plus, with Thatcher becoming a bit of a cyborg at this point, that's going to be great. Alright though, let us get to repairing and let us get to resurrecting, shall we? But as we're doing that, in the meantime, perhaps instead of watching a boring montage of the wasteland in our vault, I could interest you in some wonderful artwork by our good friend Kin the King Art on Twitter, at Kin the King Art, and the artwork this time around being of our Nelly, our beloved deceased overseer. Truly, this, and I don't think Kin King knew this at the time of making this because it was before the last episode, but this is a wonderful tribute to her in her death, question mark? What does he mean by that? Foreshadowing. That's a good question, but thank you as always to Kin the King for your wonderful artwork and for always bringing our patriotic red-blooded vault dwellers to life. Now that we've seen some amazing artwork, how about we take a look at our robot army's newest additions? Oh, wow. A brand new sentry bot and 2, yes count them, 2 Protectrons with great big scatter guns for arms. Now look, I'm gonna level with you. Perhaps I kinda baited you into watching this episode by saying I had a robot army, because an army would probably consist of more than about 7 or 8 robots, give or take, of course. But, given the fact that one sentry bot could kill about 40 people fighting against it, I think the numbers even out pretty well, and we do indeed have our robot army. Our automated defense force that could easily protect Vault 15 from any evil doers, communist, or other different malicious ne'er-do-wells for that matter. Our mechanical meat grinders, our robotic slaughtering force. And I, for one, am very much eager to test them out, truly. Lucky for us, it seems an opportunity has already presented itself. We've received word that Caesar's Legion is requesting to meet for, quote-unquote, peace talks. Look, we may not be all that familiar with the Legion, but everyone in the wasteland aware of them is aware that they do not do peace. They do conquest and submission, This is just a simple ploy to slaughter us like dogs. Luckily, that's exactly what we were looking for. Very well, let us go meet for these peace talks, shall we? Wasting absolutely no time, myself, as well as our two cybernetic inbred soldiers of the Vault, along with the robot army, would head to the designated location and arriving shortly there some days later. From a distance, as we began to approach, we could see the smoke from their campfires. Then we saw the red and yellow banners along with a gaggle of men running all amok. There was even a familiar face here. Walter, the same who took Ferdinand's eye, if I recall, in our first battle at the ancient quarries site with the Legion. And he appears to have gotten something of a promotion. How sweet. This is the part where the old overseer would have made a funny little quip about how he's about to get a demotion. Not me. Let's kill these cosplaying freaks. Well, my friends, today the Legion has set forth upon us the opportunity, no, the duty, to go about finishing them off here in this place in their little outpost near our home, and I mean, truly, we must oblige them in this endeavor. So, let us begin. I'm going to begin bringing everyone down here. I've got Charles and Thatcher, as we saw, with Thatcher having the old Overseer's Gauss rifle. Now, I thought the Gauss rifle would be quite good for something like this. We're going to bring the, I think, Assaultrons will come in first. Or maybe we let the Sentry Bots lead the charge. Protectrons are going to stay back here with us, as well as our Mr. Gutsy, simply to defend us. We're gonna go in last. I'm gonna have the Sentry Bots kind of take the lead, though. I think maybe placing them here so they can open fire. The majority of them have been outfitted with those miniguns that they've already been using. I think one of them still has the capability of using rockets, though, if I'm not mistaken, which is pretty great. We're gonna bring the Assaultrons near. Oh my god. We may not even need the Assaultrons. Let's go ahead and get them started, though. I'm going to start firing right around this area because I think that's where they're going to be walking. Yeah. There we go. Okay, but they're moving, so let's start aiming up this way, then. Actually, let's move the Assaultrons into a better position. Oh shit, here they come. They're coming right for us. I'm gonna start aiming the cannons up here for the Assaultrons. I think we'll give it a second and then we'll kind of come in. I might let Thatcher come in since he is the cyborg among us. Oh yeah. Oh, that's gotta hurt pretty bad. Now, of course, one of the best things about the Assaultrons, though, is that they're not just ranged units. They can beat... There you go. They can beat the absolute shit out of everyone. We want them focused in this direction, especially with those rockets. I don't want those rockets blasting us here. We're gonna start moving everyone up. Oh, there they go. Where are you running to, cowards? Where are you running to? Walter. Walter is trying to get away. Yeah, I don't think so, Walter. That is not happening a second time. Sorry, buddy, but I cannot let you get away a second time. There's literally no way. Thankfully, Thatcher is pretty fast. I think we'll be able to stop old Walter here. Come here, buddy. Get your ass back here. Don't you run away. Damn you, Walter. Do not go anywhere. Oh. We just barely missed him. Oh, we are going to get our hands on him at some point. Once the United Vaults of America get their hands on Walter the Legionary, we are going to absolutely slaughter him. Let me just tell you right now. I'm just going to put our robots on escort mode. I don't care about any of these legionaries. Disgusting freaks. Though I would like to come into their camp and see if they have anything useful. They might. Who knows? They might. Hello there, Bruscas. How are you? Probably a little bit better a few moments ago, I'd say. Alright, let's move in. I'm gonna let Thatcher take the lead here. We have some kind of cave system that they've built or something going on. And we're just gonna make sure... Okay, I didn't know if there might be a legate or more recruits or somebody in here. We gotta protect the Overseer at all costs. We do have... Ooh, a gold nugget. We also have a rusted safe. Let's check that out. And, oh, 38 gold. Okay, alright, not too shabby, not too shabby. I think that's about it, although we do have another one of them outside. Well, we had one of them outside, that is. And with that, my friends, we have completely dismantled this peace talk negotiation. I'm doing air quotes, but you can't see it, of course. And we have slaughtered all the legionaries. But with that, I think we've gotten everything we need here. We'll probably deconstruct these things for resources. That'll be about it. We may also deconstruct these banners and what have you, and just kind of take back some of the stuff here. But other than that, I think we are already ready to return home. And so we were, making the long, treacherous trip, trekking back through the mountains all the way until we arrived once more at Vault 15. Our couple of inbred bionic fellows and robot army, as well as a few of our riches in tow. Speaking of which, I decided to keep some of those for myself. Yes, this helmet will go quite nicely, especially once we have Walters to match on the opposite side, along with some of those Deathclaw skulls, maybe mounted around the room. Oh, it's gonna look real nice, trust me. Ah, what's this? Finally, yet another trade caravan from the Enclave. We've been waiting for you this entire time, my allies. Perfect, now we can give them that rogue eyebot of theirs. In 100 pieces, it would seem. Nevertheless, I suspect they'll be extremely excited to have it back in their custody. I would deliver it to them myself, as well as to discuss some business, you could say, I suppose. Officer, they told me you'd be coming. The pleasure's all mine. Everything went perfectly, down to the last detail, just as the Enclave requested. Always a pleasure doing business with good old Uncle Sam. Now then, before we continue our operations, I suppose I should let the boss know. Perfect. All according to plan. Finally, Phase 2 begins.